Hi there, my name is Jessica Hurtis. I'm one of many technical agronomists with the DeKalb Asgrow brands that support the equity in central and southern Illinois, and I'm here today to give a brief overview of our top 3 DeKalb and our top 3 Asgrow products that we'd really encourage you to give a shot on your farm for this year looking into 2022. So I'll get right into it. Our 3 big volume hitters for DeKalb are DKC 5981 Smart Stacks product, DKC 5982 version of that. The second one is DKC 6357 rib, which is a double pro only offering, and also DKC 6617 or DKC 6618 rib, which is offered in both the Smart Stacks and double pro bags. So why do we like those 3 products for our part of the world and moving up into central Illinois as I'm located in Richland County? So what's awesome about all 3 of those products is that they are truly broad acre options. They could go on about every acre, be very versatile, and be very consistent in their yield performance. All 3 of these products have been tried and true the past couple of years and have had knockout seasons this year especially. We'll start early. Why do I like DKC 5981 or 82, which is a bigger volume for our team? So it's 109 day. It's got extremely good early season vigor and emergence. Great wet feet for those clay pan poorly drained soils we know we have in a lot of places, and also late season plant health and intactness. So for 109 day, it's really proven the versatility in itself, in that we are not sacrificing yield by going a little bit earlier with this product. It's been extremely competitive with the fuller season offerings in the DeKalb and competitor lineups out there. So it's certainly one we'd encourage you to give a shot. Many of you probably know DKC 6357, double pro only again. It's been extremely tried and true for early season plant health. It's a showy, growthy plant, gets that canopy closed very rapidly, and it's got a big showy flex ear. So find an 18-20, even some 22-24s this year with the great growing season was not unheard of. So again, a flex ear type that doesn't need that higher population range, but if you do want to push it onto higher management on a productive acre with nitrogen, split shot in, all that fun stuff, and fungicide in the system, it is a great candidate, again, because higher pops can be supported by that drought tolerance of that product. And finally, DKC 6618. So this is a 116-day option, and I know that can be a little nerve-wracking or kind of cause a few folks to grimace if we don't have dryers on the farm, but would encourage you to diversify your operation, spread out your maturity, and take advantage of the full season yield opportunity that a product in this maturity range offers. It's been extremely consistent. Again, another one of those, I got a lot of calls on early season emergence and vigor. Great wet feet. It did really shine like most products this year with a fungicide application, very healthy, and has finished strong. I'm highly optimistic that it's going to possibly win our DeKalb Southern Illinois Yield Chasers contest yet again, just like last year. So a lot of yield potential. This one I would place on all but the very lightest acre. So I mentioned broad acre, and that's all relative to your growing environment, but I would say we have a little bit more durability in a workhorse type product on a sub 160 bushel yield environment. So use that as you see fit in regards to your operation out there. Now, let's switch over to beans. So it's really the year of Asgrow XtendFlex, to say the least. We've got our full approvals. We're in a very steady place as we think about our lineup and offerings. And I did want to call out our 3 big volume hitters that fit right in the maturity comfort zone of you all as growers in central and southern Illinois. The first product I'll talk about is AG35XF1 brand. So why do we like this bean? It has been proven. We've got a couple of years of data on it, not only from a pre-commercial, but now 2 years of commercial trial plot experiences, and of course the field opportunities we've had this year with the approval. It has been a yield chaser, to say the least. As we think about positioning it, I'm comfortable with it going on about every single acre as well. Very broad acre play. So one of those beans that you can just plant it in and forget it, not have to micromanage or worry about what field you're going to next with the beans in the planter. Great early season emergence. It's a more moderate plant type. I'm sure many of you did notice that it got taller this year than we would have expected with our prolific rainfall and kind of garden year, but it stands very, very well with that more moderate plant type. So it fits really well into that 15-inch row operation. Great option for bean on bean, great option for early planting. So just a really nice versatile bean with the 35XF1 as you think about high yield potential, and it certainly has it. Next up is the #1 volume bean for Asgrow in Illinois is AG38XF1. So this is a huge hitter. It's been out in a lot of fields. We've seen how beautiful it's grown. It's a big, robust, leafy, growthy, showy plant type. And it's really proven itself not only in agronomics, but also performance. So just a fun tidbit on it. It's carrying about a 6.5 bushel yield advantage over its enlist competitors in our trials this year. So 6.5 bushel in bean is just about unheard of, right? So it's got true yield potential. Very nice early season emergence and growth, gets up out of the ground and finishes very strong with good standability as well. It's a big growthy plant, so I did see it kind of squatting, get a little heavy this year, but that did not affect the yield potential. It still stayed upright for the most part, might have got a little leggy in places just with our growing environment, and so that's really important to keep in mind from a multi-year data perspective. That 6.5 bushel is very strong this year, but it is carried across multiple years as well. And the last bean I'll talk about is AG40XF1 SR. So you hear a 4, and I know many people might grimace again from a fuller season maturity bean, but I highly encourage you to explore the opportunities with this one. So its yield advantages are even stronger than that of 38XF1 over our Enlist E3 competitors. It's carrying about a 6.7 bushel yield advantage across several years. So again, yield performance, very versatile, stressy product, and it fits into that mix with the 3.5, the 3.8, and the 4.0. The 4.0 is versatile as a double crop bean, as a group 4 being a little bit fuller maturity, so it can handle some of the heat and drought stress environments we typically see with a June planting date. However, it's got top end yield, performance, and a really healthy plant as well. If we're putting it onto a highly productive acre, you do want to manage it with population. It's rated a 4 for standability, so that would be my key watch out with it. And with any bean, regardless of Asgrow, whatever brand is out there, if we're thinking about targeting and moving that planting date to a little bit earlier range than we have in the past, I'd highly encourage you to work with your equity specialist, your DeKalb Asgrow team, your crop protection provider, and talking about SDS protection on your seed treatment for soybeans. It has truly paid this year, and regardless of the bean out there, it's a good idea to help those beans, even though tolerances might be different or really good. We do want to protect that bean all in all. So the DeKalb Asgrow portfolio is stacked. We've got 5982, 6357, 6618, 35XF1, 38XF1, and 40XF1. So that's 6 phenomenal products that could be on any operation and all in the same place, in my opinion. So continue to work with us, ask us questions if there's anything else you need to know. And of course, you know DeKalb Asgrow has a stacked lineup with several other options outside of these volume leaders. So be sure to reach out to your equity support or your DeKalb Asgrow sales team to learn more. Thanks.